and welcome to Info Simcoe. My name is Madison Fitzpatrick, and joining us is Helen and Marni from Blue Mountain Film Festival. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Hi. We're doing great.
Good. Well, I'm so glad that we were able to make this interview happen. So, Marni, for our viewers who don't know and have never heard about it before, what is the Blue Mountain Film Festival and how did it start?
Well, it is an international film festival, and it is running from June 1st through 4th, so just a few weeks away. This is our second version of it. And what we do is that we have two things going on at once. We have the International Film Festival. We take two of the big ballrooms in our Blue Mountain Village Conference Center and convert them into state-of-the-art cinema. So we bring the staff up from TIFF, and they look after all the technical work, all of the sight and sound, so you feel like you're in an actual theater. At the same time, we have a creative forum for people who are working in the industry that's going on at the same time. Anyway, on top of that, we have films and parties and all sorts of events, and we're going to have speakers, etc., joining us. And it's going to be, like I said, on June 1st through 4th.
Incredible. So before we talk about all the extras that come with this festival, Helen, why don't you bring us through what films are on the docket and what people can see?
Well, we have 25 international films, and the idea is that you don't have to travel because we'll bring the world to you here in Blue Mountain. So you can see films from Africa, films from Europe, films from Asia, and films from North America and other places as well. So it's a great chance for people who have not been able to travel, particularly over COVID, to go and feel like they're traveling around the planet. And the films are a whole bunch of different films. Some of them, we've got some comedies and we've got lots of dramas. They are films that I think appeal to a broad range of people. So 25 of films will play. Some of them will have repeat screenings between the 1st and the 4th of June at the Blue Mountain Village Conference Center, and it's a great deal of fun. And we have filmmakers who come to talk to the audiences about their film. You know, one of the things about going to a film festival is you don't see, it's not so much focused on Hollywood films. So you might see some documentaries and other films that really give you a sense of what's happening around the world. So that's, it's both, it's something that we hope will open hearts and minds, and also is a great opportunity to bond with neighbors and friends and visitors to the region.
Yeah, you bring up a great point about, community building and seeing films that you might not see, in a Galaxy Cinemas theater. But Marni, I want to pose the question to you of what makes the Blue Mountain Film Festival different from, let's say, TIFF. Obviously, you have workers that are coming over from TIFF and helping you guys out, which I think is really great, the collaboration and supporting the film industry. But what makes the Blue Mountain Film Festival different?
Well, if you've ever attended TIFF, you'll know that the theaters are spread out throughout the city, and so are all of the events. There is sort of a main center, but it can be anywhere. What's amazing about Blue Mountain Village is that there is such a sense of community. So when you're watching the film, you're sitting there with some people you know, some people that you're going to meet when you go for a drink next door at the cafes in the village square. And the other beautiful thing is that when you go to TIFF, if there are going to be any celebrities or any industry people present, you're always looking for them, and they're pretty hard to track down. But if any of those people are at the Blue Mountain Film Festival, you're going to be able to see them on the patio next to you. It just really creates an intimate and nice small environment so that you all can really very much feel a part of the festival.
So let's talk about the other part of the festival that you were talking about for film professionals in the industry. What does it mean coming to a festival like this, and how do film creators connect at these festivals?
So on that front, one of the things that Marni mentioned is, the size of Blue Mountain Village. Typically, when you, as a filmmaker, travel to a big international film festival, you spend a lot of time traveling around. But at Blue Mountain, you are hanging out with all of the other filmmakers, and by the time you go home, you have lots of new close friends. And they're also, we have the industry part of the festival. It's a conference where we'll have special speakers, and they're all industry experts. So, we haven't yet announced that. We're about to do that tomorrow, so I can't tell you who's coming. But last year we had this incredible session on the art of sound, where they peel back all the different layers of sound in a film and how you put them all together. And they had a great session with about creative producing, where it's focusing specifically on how you develop content and the creative side of production, putting together the key crew and actors for the films. This year we'll have various sessions. We also had a session last year where filmmaker Patricia Rosema led all of the filmmakers up on a hike up the mountain through the forest. She had made a feature film called Into the Forest, and so she talked to them specifically about the challenges of shooting when you're out in nature, and to teach them how to better ground the audience in the way they set up the shots. So there's lots of stuff like that kind of behind the scenes for filmmakers. We've given away a number of passes to local filmmakers, and we'll also have a number of filmmakers traveling up from the GTHA region as well, and from throughout the province. So we're really looking forward to that.
Incredible. Well, Marni, can you let us know how our audience can get tickets and attend this festival?
Well, absolutely. It's actually being put on by the Blue Mountain Village Association, and Blue Mountain Resort is our founding sponsor. So we can be found on the website through either one of those, but our own portal is Blue Mountain Film Fest, and all of our ticket sales are available there, and they're going swimmingly. So there's only a few weeks left to get your tickets, and yes, it's BlueMountainFilmFest.com.
So Helen, just quickly, let us know what films can be seen at this festival.
Well, we launched the festival with a fantastic Spanish comedy called Too Many Chefs. And we will have another film in the festival that's really great called The Last Rider for cyclists in the region. We also have a new film that's a late announcement called The Crime Is Mine from Spain. It's also a comedy by a great director called Francois Ozon. And there's a wonderful film that's from Ukraine called Pamphir. It's our closing night film on Saturday, June the 3rd. So those are 4 great choices if you're looking for something.
Incredible. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being with us here today on Rogers TV, and we wish you all the best in the Blue Mountain Film Festival this year.
Thank you.
Thanks for hosting us.
Stay tuned for more Info Simcoe.